Right. And I can tell you from firsthand what my grandmother and several of the older women in my community administered to me and younger children like us. We're hearing today, of course, with the new Secretary of Health and these various things about vaccine or not to vaccine, measles and mumps. Well, when I was growing up and as a child in many of my community, if, for example, you had what was called the mumps, well, the remedy for the mumps was plain and simple. You take what is now called uh, a thick cut of bacon. Basically, it was called butts meat because it was the fat part of that bacon, more fatty than anything. And you would take a white piece of cloth. You take and put that what was called butts meat into the cloth, and you tie it around the person's lower chin and jaw, and it would stay there for a week or two until those lumps and they subside. That was all of the medicine. There was no going and getting a shot for the mumps. The same thing, for example, children would run around with their shoes off during the summertime and maybe step on a nail or something. When that happened, there were no tetanus shots being given. You come to the house, you let your grandmother see what's going on. Of course, she's going to fuss with you for running around with your shoes off in the first place. And then she takes a copper penny, she takes the end of a butter knife, and she hits the area where that puncture wound was until a small amount of blood appears. She takes that copper penny, place it on that wound, and tie it up. And the copper penny is supposed to extract the poisons. There's no follow up and saying, okay, well, later today, I'm going to take you to the hospital to get a tetanus shot. That did not happen. I recall once for me, on my knee, there was a large swelling of my knee. So much so, I guess I was about 6 or 7, I was really kind of limping around. My grandmother spoke to another lady down the street, and she said, I'll take care of it. What I suspect, I did remember, it was called Octagon soap and something else that she blended together, mashed it, and made a poultice. Put it on that swelling of my area. There was a small hole, tied it up, and about the next day or so, you can see the draining of this pus or whatever coming from my knee. Swelling went down. There was no follow up going to the doctor, no pediatrician. I went on walking, and here I am still walking on that same knee years and years and years later.